Welcome to Blended Family Bliss, and today we're going to talk about something a little bit different. Don't worry, you're still going to get your tips on any blended family issues you may be having. My name is Siobhan Sampson, and I am a step-parent mentor. Primarily, I work with stepmoms who are dealing with issues or struggling with supporting their spouse in co-parenting issues, or who may be trying to figure out ways on how to foster a relationship with their stepkids. Today we're going to talk about the 5 keys to blended family bliss. And this is all stemming from, you may or may not have heard Alicia Keys' new song titled Blended Family. And there's some controversy around it. If you know anything about Alicia Keys, she's married to Swiss Beats. Hopefully I'm pronouncing his name correctly. And how they got together and their love story has been controversial ever since the very beginning. She's a stepmom, and she's written a song about her perspective as a stepmom. And so today I'm going to use that song as inspiration on talking about 5 keys to blended family bliss. And so these will be 5 tips that we stepmoms can work towards to help finding blended family bliss. So let's start with number 5 and work our way to number 1. So number 5 is every blended family has their issues, have their own struggles, have their drama. It doesn't matter whether it's a blended family where it's one ex-spouse or whether there's 3 different bio moms like in Alicia Keys' state, or I'll use myself as an example, me having 4 different bio moms. I've had to integrate 4 different families into my one family. And so that comes with a whole heap load of its own issues. That's number 5 from the song. We can get from, because, she talks about drama in the song, and she talks about, just different things as far as her experience of having her blended family. And so that's one thing that we definitely can get out of that song, is that we all have our blended family issues and struggles. Now that may be how it is, but the song also says it is worth it. And yes, we all can say that having our blended families, no matter what the struggles are, no matter what the drama is, they're worth it. We may not feel like that all the time. And speaking of those issues, brings us to number 4. Another tip that we can get from Alicia Keys' blended family song is that bio moms and stepmoms can resolve, can overcome, can get to she doesn't say perfect, she doesn't say it's great, but she says it's all right, I believe is the exact terms that she used that. So we can get together, we can come to a state where it's all right. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that all of us and that every bio mom and stepmom relationship can get to the all right or has to be great. I'm not here to tell you that. In most cases, we're saying no, it's not going to happen. But again, thank you, Alicia Keys, and then in this song to say, giving us hope that it can be all right. So I won't beat a dead horse with that, but it can be all right. But let's face it, in most cases, people don't have extreme circumstances that they're up against, but they still just can't get along. And in those cases, let's use number 3, which is focus on the children. If we focus on the children and not on our emotions, or sometimes we need to ignore the adults and their childish behavior and just focus on the kids, then that will help us reach that blended family bliss. So if we focus on the kids and not on the negativity, not, on hurt feelings, then we can be that much closer to finding that balance. I believe Alicia Keys has done just that in this song. She's focused on the kids. To me, this song is geared, it seems to me like she's singing this song to her stepkid, or to her stepkids, where she's having a conversation with them. That's my point of view. I could be wrong. I didn't write the song. But to me, when I listen to it, that's what I hear. A message to not only us as stepmoms, but to stepkids as well, or to her stepkids. It may not always be easy for us to focus on the kids, but if we can remember that they're going through this too. And so if we let our emotions rule our behavior, sometimes focusing on the kid can get lost. And two is painting our own picture of what our blended family is. And that comes into us ourselves decreeing and declaring what we want our blended families to be. In the blended family song, she actually comes out and tells us over and over again how she sees her family as perfection and as beautiful. And these are through her glasses. How many of us as stepmoms would call our blended families perfect and beautiful? And I like to believe some of you out there, you actually do. You have made it to that point where you've made it to blended family bliss, and where you're calling your blended families perfect and beautiful. Many of you probably have taken the stepmom quiz, and so you know one of the questions in there. How would you describe your blended family? And I think one of the selections is patchwork of love, and another one would be like hot mess. So which end of the spectrum are you on with that? So I'll give you information. If you haven't taken that stepmom quiz yet, I'll give you information at the end of this video on how you can get that, so you can find out what's your stepmom style. But let's stay on track here. The keys to blended family bliss, really, making up in our own minds on what we want our blended families to be, whether we want them to be beautiful, whether we want them to be perfect, whether we want them to be balanced, whatever it is that we're looking for, whatever we want. It takes, the only way we get there, and that's where I got that from. The only way we get there is if we are emotionally on point. And when I say that emotionally on point is where we ourselves know who we are as stepmoms. And so we're not easily, pulled to and fro based off of our emotions, is what I'm saying. When we come into contact with conflict, we see it as just that it's conflict. It's not our spouse is not listening to us, or that bio mom out to get us. It's just that an issue, and we're able to regroup and hopefully focus on the kids. If we're going to go back to key number 3 is focusing on those kids, or not on the negativity. So it's just that of an issue. And with us really making up in our minds, once we make the decision on what we want our blended family to be, then we are able to really take those snapshots of life and cherish those moments. And then we move over to, and we're at number 1 already. I know that's going by really quick, but number 1, the number 1 key from the Alicia Keys blended family song is love. And anyone who's been following blended family bliss, you know that is one of our fundamental, foundational acts when it comes to finding bliss is love. That's right. I wholeheartedly agree with Alicia Keys on this part. Finding blended family bliss is love. Love fills the gap. I'm not sure if we chose to fall in love with the men that we did, but it happened. And one thing we do have a choice in is continuing to love him and our blended families. And with us making that choice, we choose to love. That's it. That was all 5 keys from the Alicia Keys blended family song. I'm going to recap those. I'm going to just go back through my notes here because I want to make sure I don't miss anything. So number 5 was every blended family has their issues. Number 4 was baby mama or bio mom struggles can be overcome. They can be worked out. Number 3 is focus on the children, not the negativity, not the situation, but focus on the children. Number 2 is we have to paint our own picture of what we want our blended family to look like. It's not what outsiders say they're going to look like. It's not even sometimes how we feel when we're feeling down in the dumps. It's that picture that we paint of positivity, of where we want that to go. And number 1, last but not least, but truly number 1, the key to your blended family bliss is love. Choosing to love even when sometimes, unfortunately, it hurts. I did tell you about that stepmom quiz. There will be a link below. If you haven't taken that, you get to find out what type of stepmom you are. If you have any questions, you can find me at Blended Family Bliss on Facebook. I hope you guys have found value in what I have shared with you today. I've had a blast. If you have not heard the song yet, go ahead, check it out. See if you agree with me. See if maybe you got some other tips that I didn't even think about, that I didn't hear when I listened to the song. Until next time, love and bliss.